talk a little bit about with this bio, where you've been. When people think about the most powerful women in network marketing, one of the names at the very top of the list is Marina Worre, co-founder, CEO of Network Marketing Pro Inc., the largest, most respected training company for network marketing professionals. It is programs and trainings that changed my life. It totally set the course for what we would do in this industry. But Marina has been an entrepreneur since she was very young. She studied, got a degree in economics, and at age 18, she opened her first business, a high-end children's clothing store. Other business ventures followed, but it was her involvement with network marketing that changed her entire life, her business, and her destiny. While she was actively building a network marketing business, she went to a large international convention for her company in Moscow, where she met and eventually fell in love with a name that I know you'll recognize, Eric Worre, her soulmate. And under the Network Marketing Pro banner, they have produced thousands of hours of video-based training content and some of the largest and most prestigious in-person training events in the world. Many of you have attended, but they include GoPro Recruiting Mastery and the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing. And so when the COVID-19 pandemic hit and Marina and Eric decided to pivot, what I think is so impressive about Marina is that she got so creative, sharpened her pencil, really got a thinking process in place to say, you know what, here's what we're going to do. We've had no experience, but in 10 weeks, she single-handedly spearheaded a team of top audio and video production professionals. And guys, she constructed a 25,000 square foot state-of-the-art production studio in Las Vegas, Nevada. And everyone told her there wasn't enough time, not enough resources. On December 11th, 2020, direct from Worre Studios and broadcast to tens of thousands of network marketing professionals, Marina's creation hosted the largest virtual event in the world, Virtual GoPro. And she is just getting started. You are going to be so inspired. When I talked to her, I just said, not only are you beautiful, you're brilliant, and you're inspiring women, and your impact really, truly, it is just the beginning. So Marina, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, Jessica, for having me. And thank you, everybody, for coming and tuning in. It's my great honor and pleasure to spend some time with you guys. Your company is near and dear to my heart because I know your owners for a long time. I actually was just with Kathy Cooper in Cabo. We spent some time with them, and it was beautiful and a great time. And I'm using your collagen. So like Kathy says, like, you absolutely must get on our product. We're using, Eric and I, we're using so many different products. Like my probably kitchen and everything looks like, you know, hundreds of different network marketing companies. Like I have your shakes, I have your collagen, I have a bunch of other stuff from a bunch of other companies. And it's actually super sweet because Eric, like every morning he brings me that collagen. It's like, baby, you have to take this. And it's like, I don't know if that's a sign. It's like, I need to take care of my wrinkles or whatever, but it's super sweet when he brings that, one in the morning, one in the evening. So it's a lot of fun. But go back to like, what are we here today is, you know, like Jessica said, I started my journey pretty young. I was an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. I feel like I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 3 probably, because that was my first time I tried to sell something. I just took the herbs out of my grandma's refrigerator and I started selling it to walking by neighbors, and that was it. So, but for me, I consider myself a very lucky woman because since I was a little girl, I was always encouraged by my mom and by my grandma. And I was always told that I'm smart, I'm powerful, I can achieve everything I want in life. And I was naive enough and I believed that. So I started my journey as that bubbly bunny and I was ready to conquer the world. And in my early 20s, I had more money than I knew what to do with. And I thought that I got it all. I figured the life out and I'm super cool and super smart chick. And guess what? The life proved me wrong, right? The challenges in my life started happening to me. And that was the moment when I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost I became a single mom. I lost my money. I lost my assets. I lost my business. But that was not the worst part of it. The worst part was I lost myself. I lost the confidence. I lost that that energy and respect to myself, to the point that I was just disgusted by the person I've become. And it was tough time in my life because I know that especially for women, when we go through our relationships, and if you've ever been physically abused, my heart goes to you, that it's a horrible thing that nobody should ever go through, not a woman, not a child, not a man. And I was never physically abused, but I was verbally abused throughout my marriage. And that's what, created the biggest vacuum in my soul, because I feel like I can take a punch, I feel like my bruise is going to heal, and I feel like I can fight back. But when you break my heart, when you rip my soul out, how do you heal from that? Where do you go from that? And that's where I found myself in my mid-30s. So I was just at the lowest time of my life, and I knew I need to get on my feet. I knew I need to make something happen because I had 2 little kids that I needed to take care of. And I know what's interesting. Sometimes we use our kids as an excuse why we can't do certain things, instead of understanding they are the reason why we must. And the moment when I met Eric, I was going through that, emotional roller coaster of, am I being selfish? Am I leading and putting my kids through that nightmare of being divorced parents, and, the part-time parenting and all of that nonsense, because that's what I went through with my daughter. And am I being bad mother, bad woman, that I'm putting again my son into the same position? And it was tough. It was a tough call for me, because I felt like, if I'm going to go chase my dreams and my love and my passions, that I'm betraying my kids. So, and that's when I met Eric, and he told me that, what do you think going to serve your kids better? Because I was saying, like, if it has to be, it's up to me, right? If somebody has to make things happen, then I'm just going to suck it up. I'm going to stay in that relationship, and I'm just going to, do the best for my kids, because that's what I thought the best was. And he told me that, what do you think going to serve your kids better? Seeing you crying yourself to bed every single night, seeing you being miserable, seeing you not being loved, not taken care of, and you're just living beneath of your potential, or you becoming a woman you were always meant to be, you being loved, you being, chasing for your dreams and goals and reaching for the stars. And in that moment, I realized that he is so right, because, it's almost like my life went in front of my eyes in like 30 seconds, because I immediately understood that there's going to be a moment in time when my girl going to come to me because somebody says that she's not good enough, because she's just a woman, she's just a girl. And my son will come to me because somebody bullies him in school, or tell him is that he's not good enough for certain things. And of course, as a loving mother, I would be telling them, like, no, guys, you can achieve everything you want in life. You're awesome. You can live the best life that you can possibly imagine. And guess what? They would ask me, if we can do it, why you didn't do it? And I would not have ability to answer anything, because there would be nothing to answer. So I realized that the biggest thing I can do for my children, the biggest gift and the biggest responsibility as a mother we have, is to show them what's possible, to lead them by example. Because guess what? And you've heard it so many times, people do not watch your lips, people watch your feet. And our kids, the same thing. They're not they're not listening to what you're telling them to do. They're just watching what you're actually doing. And me becoming the woman I am today, I had to make it happen for my kids. Today I can say that, yes, I'm a mama bear. I'm a mama bear for my kids. I'm a mama bear for my family and for my business and my community. I'm a mama bear for women around the world, because I want to be that strong shoulder that I did not have when I really needed it. Once it took me time to find my confidence back again. It took me almost 10 years to get back on my feet, at least emotionally, and with the belief that I'm worthy, that I'm capable, that I'm deserving. All of those things, it took me time to get to that place. And once I got there, first of all, I really liked that girl that I became after all that struggle, but I realized that I don't want to lose her anymore. And I also realized the more important things, that there are a lot of women just like me who had that gift at the beginning, who were told that they're powerful and strong and they can live the life of their dreams. But because of the challenges, because of the life journey and obstacles that we all go through, we lost that belief. We lost that confidence. I wanted to help them to find that confidence back. I want to help them to put that crown back and feel like a queen one more time again and never lose that. But also to a million other women and girls who were not as lucky as I was, and who were not told, or actually who were told since the little age that they're nothing, they're just a woman, and all they're meant to do is just to wash dishes and, change diapers and clean the house, and that's about it. So I want to tell all these women that they're meant for so much more. And there is such a bigger world, and the world needs your influence. The world needs your love. The world needs your impact. The world needs you to step up and become the best version you were always meant to be. So that became my mission. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. And that's one of the reasons why I started the Most Powerful Women event in network marketing. And it will be our 8th annual event this year. But, one of the things that I looked at it when I started, because I don't know if you know the statistics, but 77% of all the participants around the globe in our profession are women. And for the first time, when I was doing the event, I was like, oh, it's going to be easy. It's going to be fun and simple task to find all the top income earning women. And boy, how I was wrong. It was so hard to find the women at the top. And that's kind of like, I started asking myself, why? If we have so much women coming into this business, why we do not have similar or the same percentages at the top of their companies? And I started realizing that, at least as a woman myself, I thought that probably we women do not believe in ourselves, because I didn't believe for a period of time in myself either. We don't give ourselves permission to reach for the stars. We're just thinking that we're not good enough, not smart enough, and building big organizations, leading the empire, building the empire, running countries and companies is not for women. We buy into the nonsense that for whatever reason, we're not good enough. We don't have those special skills and talents. And pardon my language, but that's bullshit. It's not the case. We are capable of so much more. And then I thought that, okay, even when we give ourselves permission to try and push hard and get to the top, then what starts kicking in, and most of you probably know that, the imposter syndrome or self-worthiness starts kicking in. I was like, am I deserving all of this success? Am I truly a good leader, or did I just get lucky? What if everything fails one day? Will I be able to rebuild it? And Eric and I, we train a lot of top income earners, and self-worthiness is a big deal for a lot of them. And a lot of us, we don't even realize that that's the challenge, because we start thinking, and one of the questions starts, people start chirping in your ear and say, oh, when enough is enough? How much money do you need to make? Or you betraying your kids for money? Or, you're a workaholic, you are this, you are that. And we start listening into this nonsense, we start believing into that, and subconsciously, we start sabotaging our own success. All of a sudden, you stop showing up on those calls. All of a sudden, you stop performing. All of a sudden, you just stop doing what you need to do to bring and generate more sales and bring more customers and grow bigger distributor base in your company. You all of a sudden, for whatever reason, and you cannot explain it, you all of a sudden start saying like, oh, I'm lazy. Oh, I don't need more money. All my bills are paid. I don't need more. Why do I need more? All these different justifications start rolling in our heads, and we slow down. And guess what? All of that, you are not lazy, you're not complacent, you are not incapable, you're not non-deserving, you're deserving all the best that this world has to offer. I do believe that this world is the most abundant place that has enough of everything for everybody. I truly believe that. There is enough of love for everybody, there is enough of health, there is enough of prosperity, there is enough of everything that you can possibly imagine. But the trick to it, nobody's going to give it to you. You need to go and get it. You need to go and earn it. And how do you earn it? At some point, I was thinking, I was looking at, you know, people who are way, way more successful than I am. And I was thinking, yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm good, I'm fine. I can't complain. I live the life of my dreams, but I'm not like them. I cannot reach to those heights. Like when I see something that it's way beyond my imagination, I was like, I'll never be like them because, it's just reserved for the lucky few and I don't belong there. And later I started realizing that's not the case. Yes, of course, there are people who are born into wealth, but there is a one skill to inherit the wealth. There is another skill set that it takes to keep that wealth and multiply that wealth. That's a whole different skill set. But majority of the entrepreneurs and friends that are very wealthy that I know of, they're self-made. They're made themselves and their fortunes with their bare hands. And when I started comparing myself to them, I realized that it's not that they're better. It's just they have a little bit more, maybe a little bit more knowledge in certain areas. Maybe they're working a little bit harder. Maybe they're spending their 24 hours slightly different. And maybe they're pushing themselves out of their comfort zone slightly differently. And one thing that I realize that I need to start asking better questions. So instead of myself asking, I'm not like them and why am I not like them? I started asking myself, who do I need to become in order to afford this or that? Who do I need to become in order to have this or that? Who do I need to become? Because guess what? Anything you want in life is reachable. You just need to become that person who can either afford it or who can either attract it or can bring in one way or shape or form into your life. Who do you need to become? Eric and I'm absolutely blessed because of the relationship that I have. And we're super happy and we consider ourselves a power couple. And sometimes I'm kind of like falling into the same thing. And I'm just saying, it's like, man, I wish I met you earlier. I wish I met you 10, 20 years ago. We would have all this life together. And then I'm realizing that if I met him 10 years earlier, I wasn't probably the woman I am when he met me. And he was not the man that he was when I met him. And if we met 10 years earlier, we probably wouldn't be together because we were different. I realized that, and as women, sometimes we think like, oh, I want a prince charming on the white horse, blue eyes, blonde, whatever, right? But when we start creating our huge list of all what our spouse or partner should have or look like, or the qualities that they have to possess, you need to start asking questions. Guess what the guy with all these amazing qualities is looking for? He's looking for the woman who can fulfill those shoes as well. He's looking for the same qualities in his partner, right? So who do I need to become as a woman to attract the man of my dreams? Maybe I need to become a better woman. Who do I need to become to attract better leaders into my organization? I need to become that leader that those people are going to look up to. Those people would want to join. Those people would want to lock arms with and go to the next level. Who do I need to become in order to achieve what I want to achieve in my life? And one of the things I realized that I cannot do it by myself. I was able to become this version that I am today, not because like, look at how smart I am, but because I was able to associate with myself because of Eric and because of the exposure to the personal development, because of the network marketing. I was able to surround myself with people who are bigger thinkers, with people who are bigger visionaries, with people who are bigger doers. And I understood, and I don't know, you probably heard about the law of average, the law of association. The law of association is you are the average of the 5 people you're spending most of your time with. And if you truly look around and think about who are the 5 people you're spending most of your time with, and it might be your family, it might be your friends, it might be your coworkers, whoever. But if you see who are those people and what they have and what they do and how much they make, you will realize that you are about average of them. You read what they read, you listen to what they listen, you eat what they eat, you go hang out into the places they hang out with. And if you look at their salaries or their incomes, you are somewhere in the average of that 5. And guess what? If you do not like where you are today, you need to change that 5. You need to change that 5. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes it's your family. For me, that was my husband for 10 years. And I stayed in that marriage for probably 9 years too long. I'm not saying it started all bad, but it got bad pretty fast because I was convincing myself that, when we get married, it's going to get better. When we have kids together, it's going to get better. Bullshit. It's not. Kids not going to hold any marriage. You getting better or you getting married is not going to hold the relationship. None of those things will. If there is not connection, if you guys are different, people do not change. People do not change if they do not want to change. And yes, you can influence the change if you have their trust and respect, but that's a whole different topic. And I'm not going to go into it, but I just realized that in order for me to have different results, I need to stop taking different actions. You know what's the definition of insanity? Is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different result. If you are where you are today and you do not like it, what you've been doing up till this point is not working. And it's time to wake up, and it's time to honestly look into your life and realize how much longer you're going to waste of your time. How much more years you're going to throw through your network marketing profession. How many more years you want to stay in the relationship that is not serving you. Because we women, we need that sense of the security, and because that fake sense of the security, because we need to make sure that we want to make sure that our kids are fed, we have the roof over our heads, we have the clothes that to keep us warm, and we buy into the fake securities by staying in the marriages for way too long that we shouldn't be staying, and staying in those distractive relationships and taking those punches, either verbal or physical punches, because we think that's okay. And we're staying at that job that does not recognize us, that doesn't pay us enough. And we're hoping and thinking that at some point it's going to change. At some point, you're going to get the raise and they're going to recognize your hard work. And it's just not happening. So taking control of your life, that's what network marketing allows us to do. Inside of our profession, you can write your own check. Inside of our profession, you can be who you want to be. That's what our profession allows us to do. Inside of our profession, your check is the true reflection of how many lives you were able to touch and change. No other profession that I know of has anything like this. It's not the true if you're working in any other business. It's not. There's one position of the CEO, there's one position of the manager, or whatever the executive team looks like. And in order for you to get that spot, somebody has to miss that. Somebody has to lose in order for you to win. And inside of our profession, that's not the case. You cannot get to the top by not helping enough people to get what they want, to achieve their dreams, to become the best version of themselves. That's how you become the best version of yourself. So on one side, if your check is big enough, first of all, congratulations. But I want to encourage you to not stop there. Because guess what? I know it was not easy for you to get there. I know you had to go through a lot of obstacles and challenges. I know you went through more naysayers and faced more fears and more no-shows. I know that. I've been in those shoes. I understand that perfectly. But once you know how to get it done, once you know what it takes, don't just be happy because your bills are paid. Now pass that information, pass that knowledge, raise the new generation of independent women, raise the new generation of these girls who believe in themselves and who are, finally believing that they are good enough to have it all. Because a lot of women come to me and say, it's like, well, can I have it all? Absolutely, yes. You can be a happy wife, you can be an amazing mother, and you can run an empire. You can have it all. You can absolutely have it all. I think I'm a perfect example of that. And I can find a lot of different excuses why I couldn't or shouldn't be. But guess what? Those excuses, they're going to feel good for a minute, but they're not going to help you to live the life of your dreams. They're not going to help you to show your kids what their mama is made of. So when we go back to that 5, what do you think? Put in the comments below. When we're talking about your circle of 5, what do you think you want to be inside of that group? Do you want to be the top of your 5 or you want to be at the bottom of your 5? What do you think you want to be? Inside of your circle of 5, where do you want to be? Do you want to be the top or do you want to be at the bottom? I see some people saying bottom, bottom, bottom. Now, you guys heard that training before because you're the only group who actually said bottom. Pretty much everybody else says the top. And yes, of course, the top gonna feed your ego. It's gonna make you feel good for a minute. But guess what? That's the average, what average means, right? It's gonna pull you down if you're the top of that 5. And if you're at the bottom of that 5, that average gonna pull you up. Because the knowledge and the wisdom and the vision that all these people going to pour into you will help you rise up, will help you develop the skills necessary, will help you develop the mindset necessary and courage necessary to take those actions. I'm purposely seeking the rooms where I'm the dumbest person in the room. And I'm super proud if I'm the dumbest person and the least successful person in the room, for real. And if I'm the smartest person in the room, I understand I'm in the wrong room. I need to get out of that room as quickly as possible because it's not going to contribute to my thinking, to my vision, to anything that I do in life or things and goals that I want to achieve. Just this week, Eric and I, we spent $250,000 to spend one day with one person. $250,000 to spend with one day. Why? Because I understand that person spent years to develop certain skills. He spent probably, I don't know, at least 20 years to develop the understanding and the knowledge that he possesses. And guess what? I don't want to spend 20 years to learn what he knows. But I'm willing to spend the money so I can save the 20 years. So I can save the mistakes I can possibly make. So I can get that knowledge and I can implement it right now. One thing that we need to understand, we always get confused that money is the most precious thing in our life. Yes, when you need to feed your kids, yes, when you need to pay your rent, otherwise you're going to get kicked out. Yes, the money is like oxygen, of course. And like I said, I've been in that place too. I had the situation when I did not know how I'm going to feed my kids tomorrow. I've been in this situation because I stayed for that false security for way too long because I did not know that I have a choice and I have an option and I can get myself out of that situation. So understanding that, yes, Tom, money is important, but guess what? You can always make more money. You can always make more money, but you will never make more time. You will never make more time. Time is the most precious thing that we all have. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm buying my time back. Every time I put myself in a position that I have a lot of people who are much smarter, much more successful, and I can pick up some of their ideas, some of their knowledge, some of the definitions that can help me to see things different, that can help me not just to work harder, because I don't know if I can work any harder. I'm working my butt off every single day, but I want to work smarter. And I know all of you are working really hard. I know all of you have families to take care of and you have jobs and you're building your business, you're building your dream. And I'm not asking you to work harder, but I want to encourage all of you, find a way so you can work smarter. Find a way, somebody that you can learn from so you can get that knowledge and not waste 20 years to learn it yourself. Because here's the thing, if you want to change your 5, there are only 2 ways I know how to. There are only 2 ways I know how to. You can change your 5. Because everybody says like, oh, buy a millionaire lunch. Well, good luck with that. Buy a billionaire lunch. Oh, go try it and see how that works. Because they understand that you coming into their 5 gonna bring their average down, and they do not want that to happen either. They understand that law perfectly. And that's why they're trying to protect themselves from people who are not at the same level. But I know 2 ways how you can change your 5. Way number 1, you can earn your way in. Earn your way in into those circles. Earn your seat at the table. And again, you can earn it by 2 different things. Either through the service, if you know somebody who is very smart and you can support them in one way, shape, or form, so you can get attached to their hip and you can learn from them by helping them solve some kind of a problem. That's your way to earn your right into that particular circle. Or you need to become one of them. You can be on the peer level. That means that you can potentially, you needed to potentially spend those 15, 20 years of your own experiences, develop your own knowledge, so you can sit at that same table that I was sitting just last week, right? Because when I started my own store, when I was 18 years old, I invested $500,000 into that store. I paid $500,000 to start that business. And because of the experiences that I have and the lessons that I learned through my mistakes and through my victories, I have certain knowledge that allows me to sit at certain tables. I earned that on the peer level, but I did not earn it in another higher heights. I didn't earn it in all the tables that I would like to sit at. So the second way to get into that different group of 5 is to buy your way in. Buy your way in. And that's exactly what I did. I bought my seat at that table with that person who can be like a time machine for me, who can pour into me, that I can spend all that time, that I can grab all the knowledge that they have, that they accumulated over those years. And I'll come out of that meeting, not 20 years older, but I'll come out of that meeting 20 years smarter. I'll come out with the vast of knowledge and experiences that person possess. So I want to encourage all of you, realize what is your circle needs to be. Who do you want to become in order to achieve your goals and your dreams? And what is the table that you want to sit at? And how are you going to get to that table? How are you going to earn or pay your way into that circle? And that's why the women's event that I'm creating, it's the cheapest way I know for anybody to grab a seat at the table at a very, very high level. Because everybody who's speaking at the event are making 7 and multiple 7-figure incomes. Some of them are making 7-figure a month. Do you want to learn from the person who is making 7 figures a month and find out how she did it? And just so at least you even have the comprehension that it's even possible. Before, when I was building, 6-figure, when Eric was building 6 figures, was a big deal. And then 7 figures started coming up. If you make 7 figures in year in network marketing career, it's the Holy Grail. Now it's 7 figures a month, and it's possible, and it's on the table. But you need to, first of all, see that somebody makes it so you can believe that it's possible for you. And you also need to learn from the people to learn what they've done, how they achieved that. So like I said, that's the cheapest way I know how to earn your seat at the table with people who are playing on a much higher level. The information that I had to pay $250,000, you don't need to pay $250,000 because I'll share it with you. I'll share what I learned, so that can save you also 20 years of your life to trying to figure out those skills. So understanding that everything that Eric and we try to do is, first of all, of course, my heart is for women, and I love the guys, nothing against them, but I want to help as many women as I possibly can to become independent, to become confident, and to become the best version of themselves, right? Because I do believe each and every one of you are queens inside. Each and every one of you are lionesses inside. And that lioness is just waiting for you to let her out. That lioness is just waiting for the entire world to see her. That mama bear is waiting for her kids to finally realize and be proud of what she's made of and say, hey, look at this girl, that's my mama. So that's what drives me. But in order for us to do all of that, we need to have some skills. We need to change our mindset. We need to improve the way we think, the way we act. And what happens when we start paralyzed, when we get paralyzed with fear? What happens when we're dealing with the overwhelm? What happens when we, trying to manage all the different plates in the sky and all they're falling and breaking, and how you catch them all? That's what I want to teach each and every one of you, what I learned through my journey. But that's why I'm also bringing all these amazing experts, all these top income earners inside of our profession, and self-made millionaires and billionaires to speak and teach you how they've done it too, and show you what is possible. Because I want each and every one of you sitting and watching and participating in that event, identifying with a particular leader who becomes more relevant to you, because we all relate to different people. But I want each and every one of you to look somebody in the eye and say, if she can do it, I can do that too. If she was able to overcome what she went through, and she was able to build the life of her dreams, and she was able to create this amazing relationship with her spouse, and she was able to develop such a beautiful relationship with her kids and inspire them to be the best version of themselves, I want that too, because if she can do it, I can do that too. And that's my goal. I want to put you in that incubator in those 3 days, in May 20th through the 22nd, to put you in that time machine. So when you come out of it, you will come out of it not just 3 days older, you will come out of it at least 3 years smarter. So you can gather that knowledge, you can gather that information, take the tools that we're going to give you, and start building the life of your dreams, and start generating a better future. Because guess what? Like I said, clock is ticking. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for either one of us. I'm coming originally from Ukraine. My country right now is in a horrible war. And those people, just like you and me, just 10 days ago, they were talking about what they're going to cook for dinner. The girls were talking about what they're going to wear on the night out with their spouses or with their boyfriends. And now they're hiding and talking about how they're going to protect their children, and they're taking the weapons and fighting for their lives. God forbid for that to happen to any one of us. But life is so unpredictable. Life is so short. And more we're going to waste it, it's just shame on us. Shame on us for not becoming the best version we can while we have it. We have the most important thing, we have the peace. What are we doing with this? Are we showing our kids and giving them the better values? Are we stepping into our true power? Because guess what? When women rule the world, wars do not happen. When women lead with love, when women lead with care, wars do not happen. But we need more powerful women who can stand up for themselves. We need more powerful, independent women who can raise the next generation with proper values and not being diminished and not being told what we can or cannot do. We need to the next generation of women to wake up and take the rightful place and say, I am a mama bear. I am a badass. I am a lioness. I am a queen. Because guess what queens do? We fix each other crowns. We help each other. We support each other. Because all of my amazing and powerful friends who are way more successful than me, I never heard one of them say, oh, you are such a workaholic. When enough is enough? How much money do you need to make? How many purses do you need to buy? How many cars do you need? You betraying your kids for money. You are this, you are that. None of them says that. You know what all of my successful friends tell me? They say, great job, Marina, high five. What's next? What's next? What are you reaching for next? What are you going to do next? What big project that you're working on? Whose life you're trying to improve? What is next? Those are the conversations that I have with my powerful friends. And if anybody whispers in your ear anything different, gossip, or, that when enough is enough and how much money you need to make, my honest opinion, you need to run from these people. Seriously, you need to run. And I understand sometimes it's really hard. And I understand because in a lot of cases, they're family. In a lot of cases, they're our relatives and they're like really closely connected to us. But until you get stronger, at least limit your exposure, limit your connection with these people. Because you need to surround yourself with people and take advice from the people that you're willing to trade places with. This is a big one. Hear me on this. We do not take financial advice from broke people. We shouldn't, but we do a lot. We listen to our uncles and our aunts and our neighbors how we should live our life when they can't figure out how the heck to live their life. We taking their business advice, if network marketing is for real, if it's working, if it's good idea, if it's good business model, when they have no clue how to feed their family tomorrow. What they know about network marketing, what they know about building the business, what they know about financial freedom when they haven't developed one for themselves. So do not take advice from people if you're not willing to trade places with them. Make it a rule of thumb for you. Because here's the thing, the people who walked in their shoes, the people who are way ahead of you, they will never push you down. The people who are chirping in your ear that you need to slow down, that you need to stop working so hard, and you betraying your kids and all this bullshit, you know what happens? They give up on their dreams. They settled for the mediocre lives. They're okay to live in the blame and complain why things are not working well in their lives. And the only way to make them feel better is to push you back down. Because you sticking your head up, you reaching for the stars, you reaching for the woman that you always meant to be, you trying to develop that woman, it just reminds them one more time that they're settled for less, that they give up on that woman, they give up on that man. And that's why I want each and every one of us to remember who we're surrounding ourselves with. And we need to be very protectful of the information that we're getting in, because guess what? Garbage in, garbage out. If you do not become strong and in protecting your mind and feeding your mind with positive and protecting it from negative, there's only so far you're going to go, because you will be listening and buying into the stories that those people are selling into you. In every conversation, somebody's buying and somebody's selling. Are you buying their limiting beliefs about you? Are you buying their limiting beliefs about your company? Are you buying their limiting beliefs about network marketing? Are you buying their limiting beliefs that you are not good enough, smart enough, and you cannot have it all? Or you believing in yourself and you selling them your version? And guess what? Like I say always, inside of network marketing, we have the gift. Put in 5 in the comments. How many of you believe in your products? How many believe in the products that Isogenic is producing, that those are really good, high quality products, that they're changing lives, they're helping people? Look at all these 5s. I know it's kind of a tricky question, because if you didn't believe in your products, you wouldn't be here today. I know that. But guess what? You telling each other how excited you are is not going to help. You empowering already each other, you're already in. You selling each other on your products, you don't need to do that. You're already in. You need to sell the world on the beauty of your products, on the influence and the impact of your products. And guess what? There's a compensation plan that is always making it even better, because we do have the gift inside of your products and inside of our compensation structure that is attached to it. We have the gift. And you always need to remember when you're prospecting somebody that your posture has to be, I have the gift. My job is to educate you to the point of understanding in such a professional way, so at least you can come with an open mind and at least understand what I have to offer. And that's it. That's our job. Your job is not to close anybody. Your job is not to convince anybody. Your job is not to force somebody to make a decision they do not want to make. It's not your job. Your job is to show your gift. Your job is to do it in such a professional way so you can pass their initial resentment, and you can actually get to their conscious, and you can show them what you have to offer. And it's up to them to accept the gift or not. If they don't like it, it's not your fault. If they do not want to take it, it's not your fault. If they do not want to take that business seriously, it's not your fault. So stop beating yourself up about somebody's big potential. Man, only if my whatever see what I see inside of my business and inside of my product, she would be amazing, or he would be amazing. Oh, what if that person joined Isogenics, and that would be awesome, and they would be a rock star. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. And it's the same thing for me and the women's event. Guess what? That's not how I make money. Eric and I, we're done working for money a long time ago. We're fine. We're financially independent. We're financially free. Because while your ticket to my event costs you $97 for the general admission ticket, guess how much my ticket to this event cost? Multiple seven figures to produce it. It cost me multiple seven figures to put on that event, between the production, the studio, the speakers, everything. Sometimes I wish somebody would put an event that I can buy a ticket for $100 and I can attend and I can accumulate all that knowledge. But that's what drives me. That's my gift to the profession. But here's the thing. I'm here to give you the gift. And if you decide not to take it, it's not on me. It's on you. I can teach you how to cook, but I cannot make you hungry. I cannot make you hungry. If you're not willing to participate in your own rescue, there's only so much I can do. If you're not willing to make a decision today, that today, I'm done playing small. I'm done crawling through my network marketing profession. I'm done, playing beneath of what I'm meant to be. I'm done. I'm going to show my kids. I'm going to show my community. I'm going to show everybody who ever doubted what this woman is made of. And I need that knowledge. I need that wisdom. I need all that power and confidence so all these amazing and powerful women can pour into me. So if I do not believe in myself, borrowing their belief in me, gonna help me to face my fears, gonna help me pick up that phone and make that call to somebody on your chicken list, and make that call and show somebody an opportunity who desperately needs it. But because you do not have the skills necessary or the mindset necessary to go through your fears and your past limiting beliefs, you're not gonna give them the gift. If you hate people, don't tell them about your products. If I would hate you, I would not tell you about my event. And on the other side, last year, not because I hate everybody, but I made all these events absolutely free. And guess what? We had 180,000 people registered. It was the biggest event ever. And guess how many showed up? Not that many. I was counting that at least maybe 20% gonna drop, maybe 30% gonna drop. But I could not imagine that people, and I knew that, but I realized that one more time, that people do not value when they get something for free. When they did not have to stretch, when they did not have to get out of their own way, when they did not have to, push for something, we just don't value that. And still the ticket is so affordable and it's still so cheap. Like I said, in comparison to what I'm investing to put this event together, I mean, come on. So I know, yes, Ashley said that she valued it. Well, thank you, Ashley. But you get my point, right? So I want to make sure that each and every one of you comes out of that event and you have the tools and the skills necessary so you can build your own life, so you can, have it all. So you don't have to worry about the price tag, and you don't have to make your decisions. What do you need for your family? What you want to get, because can you or can you not afford? I want you to make decisions and choices in your life based on what is going to make you happy, or what's going to bring joy to your families or to your communities. So that's kind of like, that's what I'm here. And I know that Jessica has a special link for all of you if you want to join the event. And Jessica, if you can please put it in the comments. I think it's mpw2022.com/Jessica, because guess what? After this event, there are going to be 2 teams. And I know you guys are very well-trained organization. And I know that you grow and you have amazing leadership in your company, and you always valued that personal development. But guess what? Now's the time to take it to the next level. Your company been rising to the stars, and then it's been stumbling a little bit. Now is the time for the new leadership to show up and take it to the next level. Now is the time for all of you to claim your spot at the top. Now is the time for each and every one of you on this call. And I see that there is 153 people on this call. Each and every one of you has to take that top spot. And you absolutely can. You absolutely can, because guess what? Your check is the true reflection of how many lives you were able to touch and change. And if you want to change more lives, you need to become better. You need to become more professional, and you need to act with urgency. Like I said, tomorrow is not guaranteed for either one of us. And what do you do with, you and I have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference where you are and where I am is only what we do with our 24 hours. What are you doing with your 24 hours and what I'm doing with my 24 hours? That's the only difference. It's not that I have some better this or better that or whatever. The opportunities that we presented, what are we doing with those opportunities? Are we allowing them to go to waste, or are we grabbing them and we taking everything we possibly can take, fill up the book of notes and take it to the next level? After this event, there are going to be two groups. One group that comes in the big, as the entire team, as the entire organization, or as an entire company, who will get all the information necessary, and they will all come out with different level of urgency, with a different skill set, with a different mentality. And they're going to be another group who will be waiting for that one leader to come back and bring them notes back. And you will have to convince them all and try to describe the energy and try to describe the belief and try to describe all of those things that cannot be described. A lot of breakthroughs are happening at the event. A lot of my breakthroughs happened at the event. And I see Jessica is also posting, we're going to have, for the first time, I'm going to open the studio and I'm going to have 300 people live in person participating in the event. So your general admission ticket is $97 and you can watch it from the comfort of your home. But if you want to change your vibe, if you want to buy your seat at the very powerful table, they're going to be who's who of our profession in that room. If you want to buy your seat at the table with the top income earners from around the globe and some of the speakers, that's your chance to do it, to grow your five tremendously, to expose yourself to so much knowledge that you've never seen before in the same place. And of course, we're going to have parties. We're going to have a party before. We're going to have a party at my house later. So if you haven't had the chance to come to my house, we're gonna have a great time and after party after the event. But one way or the other, like I said, I can teach you how to cook, but I cannot make you hungry. So it's your choice. It's your decision. And I think the time is now. So Jessica, I don't know if you have any final words.
Well, Marina, I honestly, when I first saw you, I thought maybe it was our collagen that had made you look so beautiful and young. But I'll tell you, you found a way to compress time. And I think offering that as a gift to people. And if I could tell you, I just in 8 years in the profession, I really do feel like I could spend time with someone and tell them, here are the mistakes that I made. Here's the acceleration points that I wish I would have leveraged. And we can give people that propulsion, that catapult into the next level. And I agree with you, for $97, or it would be an unbelievable, unforgettable, once in a lifetime experience. Have a platinum ticket and be there. Be in the company of you and Eric alone is priceless. But I'll tell you what, for $97, guys, I have bought book series that cost way more than that. And just the caliber of people that you'll hear from and what they can teach you to compress time for yourself. And I do think one of the things, Marina, that I'm really taking away from what you described is that I hope that you look at the people that will present that day that are part of the event and you say, if they can do it, I can do it. And quite frankly, I come to a call with Marina Worre, a legend, a woman I've admired since I've been in this profession and even before. And my child's pencil eraser is holding my earring on. And so if you've ever looked at me and said, I don't know if I could do what she does, I want to just tell you that I hope that you look at people like us. I look at you, Marina, and think, gosh, you make it feel so accessible to people like me, to people like all of us that are on this call. So thank you so much. And I hope that you guys will be part of the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing event and just really learn from the genius of Marina and her ilk.
Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. And, the thing is, like, if you cannot afford to spend $97 on your personal growth, on your education, on your future, then something that you've been doing up till this point is not working. If $100 is the struggle for you right now, that whatever business model you had up till this point, something has to change. Something has to change, because how long you want to say 5 years from now that you cannot afford it? Come on. I don't want you to do that. And I'm sure you do not want that either. So it's, the biggest thing, like I said, for me is money, is time. Any amount of money I can pay to become smarter, to buy my time back, I'm in, sign me up. That's why Eric and I invest multiple 7 figures into our personal education, because guess what? If your cup is empty, you cannot pour out of it. You have nothing to give. You have nothing to share. So before you start sharing, you need to fill up your own cup. You need to fill up and change your own mindset. You need to pour into the biggest asset that we all have. Guess what? It's not crypto. It's not real estate. It's not stock. It's not whatever. It's you. You are the biggest investment you can possibly make, because if you grow if you grow the person, if you become the person who do you need to become, right? You can afford anything, you can get everything, and you will be able to donate hundreds of thousands and millions to charity if you want to, but you need to become that person who can make that happen. So I wish to all of you to become the person that you were always meant to be, to discover your lioness, to discover the queen that is hiding inside of you. And most importantly, I wish that you show that person to the world. You show that badass mama to the world, because the world needs you. The world needs your light. The world needs your influence. The world needs your love. The world needs your care. And stronger you become, louder you become, more lives you can improve and change along the way. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate our time together. I hope I'm going to see you. And one more thing before I forget, I just wanted to give you a gift. So if any of you buys the ticket in the next 24 hours, I'll give you the replay for free for the last event. And so you can prepare yourself for the next event. Just watch amazing speakers that we had at the Most Powerful Women 2021. There were so many gems. There was like value-packed event. So if you get your ticket in the next 24 hours, like I said, with my compliments, you're going to get the replay. So I don't know how to make it any easier than this. So, but again, it's my gift to you, and you decide what to do with it. All right. I love you guys, and have an amazing night. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marina. We appreciate you. Value so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys, if you stay on, we're going to just talk about the recognition, because it was an exceptional week, and I want to just honor you. I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on just hearing and celebrating yourselves and your teammates. Let me start with the Dreamers in Action team first. Wow, what a list, you guys. New rank advancements, Crystal Manager, Jonna Denise. Consultants were our girl, April Braun. April, congratulations on being a new consultant. Cassie Travis, Jolene Coles, Laura Gilsdorf, and Hee-Ann Tran. Top enrollers, Kathy Drenick, Teresa Irby, Laura Gilsdorf, Cassie Travis, Anna Bartman, David Boki, Laura Laurie, Randy Arnett, Carrie Andrews, Kimberly House, Susan Davis, Keisa Maxwell, Jenny Thompson, Kristen Burgess, Amanda Wilson, Candace Collings, Renee Reynolds, Sheila Sands, Michelle Mitchell, Tina Burns, Tara Overball, Kristen Arena, Michelle Perineo, Michelle Overbay, Jolene Coles, Jonna Denise, and April Braun. Way to go, you guys. From the team win, new rank advancements, 1-star Golden Circle, Crystal Executive, Joanna Self. Joanna, hats off to you. What a run you've had. New director, Evan Hernandez and Angie Bullock. Both of these women shine their light. I'm so proud of you. Second to highest rank in the entire company. Crystal Manager, David Fowler. Powerful story, powerful man, such an impressive couple, him and his wife. Top enrollers, Valkyrie Wellness, 8 enrollments, 6 enrollments, Angie Bullock, 5 enrollments, Holly Kirsch and Ann White, those two partners. 4 enrollments for Lindsay Crouch and Nikki Edwards. Unbelievable week, and I'm just so impressed. And by the way, one rank advancement I need to say, David and Duffy Bokey, 3-star silver circle. 3-star, that's 40 cycles, and that is so darn impressive. Way to go, you guys. Absolutely amazing. I'm loving all of the week that we had with Hair Revival. Tonight is the last night. We have 2 more hours of Hair Revival being added to a cart. If you're an existing customer, 1 bottle of Hair Revival, as long as you're on a subscription, you put that order in tonight, you get free shipping. We have so much good things happening. A lot of people running for rank advancements, a lot of people running for Fiji, and a lot of people running for the ISA Dash, Puerto Vallarta. We need enrollments, we need rank advancements, and we need managers and above. And let's do this, guys. Thank you so much for being part of the call tonight. We appreciate you, and we're so grateful for you. Have a great night.